Welcome back everyone to my channel. This is Mindy Eggen. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a card using the lovely layering heart vine. I'm going to start off by showing you the supplies I'll be using, starting with the stamp sets. This is the Pickup Lines stamp set, and then we have the lovely layering heart vine die set. For cardstock, I have white cardstock, gold foil cardstock, some black, and then fog cardstock for my base. My inks are the Distress Oxide line, so I have Worn Lipstick, Squeezed Lemonade, Peacock Feathers, and Wilted Violet to make my rainbow, and I'll also be using VersaMark ink for some heat embossing. Some additional supplies I'll have are the black foam squares, Honeybee liquid glue, some 2-inch Post-it tape, my craft pick, and tweezers. I also have the embellishment wand, my anti-static powder, some low tack tape, this is the Easy C tape, the rainbow embellishments from Honeybee Stamps, and I have my scrapbook adhesive large tape runner and then an embellishment tray. I'll also be using the blending brushes from Honeybee Stamps that I hold in my Make It by Marco holder. I'm going to start off my card with the lovely layering heart vine and die cutting it first. You have two pieces to this. There is an outline and then kind of a base layer. I'm starting with that base layer first. I have a piece of white cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.25, and I die cut my heart vine from that twice. Now I want to do some ink blending to these die cut pieces, and they are very delicate, so I don't want to risk bending or ripping them. So I flipped my piece over that I die cut that from. You want to make sure you save that. And I'm going to cover the back of those areas with that 2-inch Post-it tape. This is a really great tape because it is low tack and I'm not going to rip any of my die cuts, and I'll be able to remove them easily once I'm done. So once I have that tape in place, I can flip this back over so that sticky side is up. And I'm going to take my die cuts and I'm going to place them back into that negative space. And then once I have both of them in place, I can start doing some ink blending, starting with my Worn lipstick. So I want to create a rainbow, and I'm starting with that pink color first, so kind of a modified rainbow. This is a nice light pink in the Oxide colors. And I'm using my blending brush and just starting at one end of the vine to add that first layer. And I'll be able to do both of these vines at once. Once I have this first layer down, I'm going to move into Squeezed Lemonade, and I'm going to ink blend a section of that, and I'm going to drift it over into that Worn lipstick. That's going to create my orange in my rainbow. Kind of one of the reasons I really like using a smaller number of oxides so that I can blend the colors together to get the rainbow. And I find I'm also able to fit purple into my rainbow. A lot of times purple kind of gets gypped and it doesn't get into the rainbow. So this helps me get that in there and make it a complete rainbow. Now I did bring that Worn lipstick back in to kind of blend it into the yellow and really get that orange to stand out. And now I moved on to Peacock Feathers. So making sure I have a section of blue and then blending over into that yellow to give me a really pretty vibrant green. And then I'll finish it up and complete my rainbow using the Wilted Violet. Now once I have these all ink blended, I'm just going to set this off on the side for right now, and I'm going to work on the die cutting of the outline portion of the vine. So I am using a piece of gold foil cardstock. I'll be able to get 2 vines out of this. This is 4.25 by 5.5. Now I took my craft pick and I just kind of poked through, and I'm helping kind of pull those up a little bit. You want to be careful because it is really delicate and I didn't want to rip my foil cardstock. Then I'm just peeling that Post-it tape back onto itself to remove it and popping out those ink blended images. To layer my outline on top of that ink blended area, I'm going to use the Honeybee Stamps liquid glue. I had tried spray adhesive on one of these because I thought that would be just quicker, but they're so fine, they're so delicate that some of that liquid adhesive kind of, or not the liquid, but the spray, it just got on the foil and it kind of ate my foil cardstock. So the Honeybee Stamps liquid glue was definitely a way to go, and I had a little bit more wiggle room to place everything correctly. For the sentiment, I'm using the special delivery just for you off of the Pickup Lines stamp set. I have a piece of black cardstock loaded into my Mindy tool. I'm going to prep this with an anti-static powder tool just to help make sure the embossing powder is only going to stick where I ink this up. Now, one thing I do want to suggest is prepping your stamps before you stamp them down. I did not get a very good heat embossed impression, and I'll show you in just a moment. But to prep your stamp, you want to either just rub your hand across it or stamp it a few times onto some scratch cardstock. That's going to help kind of remove any residue that might be from the manufacturer. So I had sprinkled on white embossing powder and heat set it, and I did not have a very crisp heat embossing. So once it cooled, I placed it back into my Mindy tool because I left my stamp set in there, prepped that again with the anti-static powder, and then I inked it up again with VersaMark ink, and I am able to sprinkle on that powder again and heat set this. And so not only am I getting a really crisp embossed sentiment, but it's also adding a little bit of dimension to it. So then I just lined up the coordinating die, ran that through the die cut machine, and now I'm ready to complete my card. So I took the vines and I'm figuring out exactly where I want to arrange them and about where my sentiment is going to go. Once I'm happy with placement, I'm going to just put some liquid glue on the back of these and attach them to the front of the card. Now this is a piece of white cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I like to start bigger because I can always trim it down. If I start too small of a panel, I kind of limit myself, I feel. So once I have these attached, I am going to trim it down to about 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I also cut 3 other pieces of cardstock, and that was 110-pound cardstock, to about the same size as my panel. And then I'm layering them together. This is going to create even dimension behind that panel that I have decorated. You could certainly use foam tape if that is what you prefer or have on hand. I just have really been liking using cardstock. I added my panel to a fog card base and then just attaching my sentiment using black foam squares. Now I decided I wanted to decorate this a little bit, so I'm using the rainbow embellishments from Honeybee Stamps. I placed them into my little embellishment tray to kind of help control the mess a little bit. And once I'm happy with placement of my embellishments, I'm going to attach them with my embellishment wand and liquid glue. Then that's going to finish up my card, and I'm going to give you a closer look at the ink blending and also these really pretty jewels. Some of them I even put like right on the line of that outline. All of the supplies for this card will be listed down below in the video description. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again real soon.